This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
New Hela Unity Market open. NCD Police operations boosts. And financial education resource books created.
A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Luis Maingu. Thank you for joining us. Prime Minister James Marape has officially opened the new Hela Unity Market yesterday. The Unity Market, built at the cost of 10 million kina, was funded by Hela Provincial Government, and the TRAI District Development Authority aims to boost local business activities.
The Prime Minister, few members of Parliament and other dignitaries were welcomed by Governor for Hela Province, Philip Undialu, and other leaders at the TRAI terminal upon their arrival. This followed by local singing and dancing in traditional attires, welcoming the Prime Minister and the team that arrived to witness the opening ceremony. During the opening ceremony of the Hela Unity Market, Governor Undialu warned his people not to bring in goods from other provinces, but to work hard and grow their own local food for selling in the Unity Market in TRAI. He also commended the local contractor for building the high-standard market.
Contractor Yumi, local contractor Yumi, get come inside over the entire market, Aron, and cementing even table law, selling market and cementing. This market cost us 10 million kina. Banish me blawagim, road me blawagim, and by costing extra money. Second phase, and by costing me blah extra money, Mindosa how much by costing, and by 1, 2 or 3 story me blah by working law here. Now Tamblo side and by costing big money again, law working this lot, so every before 2027 meeting in the public in this designing of finish.
Mothers and youths in Hela Province now have a proper market facility to sell their fresh produce.
This market, Mibla Sidana, Landing Line Mibla, sacrificing Mibla, market Mibla way. It's a very valid, and they are entitled. Now I'm the only guy right. Now whole leaders are accountable. Market is necessary for township like Tarita. So instead money, complain, Cambosan, give him courage, na strength, planning good, na Cambosan so.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister and member for TRAI said Hela Province is among the provinces that contribute to the country's economy, and the people of Hela Province deserve the infrastructure development throughout the province.
Hela Province, bank must have, police must have, housing must have, road must have good, people still live good, but PNG, LNG continue to bless him country. And so in that context, makes him able to come, when we go looking where but BSP sit down potentially, and where MRDC by sit down, so that all Papa Ground, Department of Petroleum, back up sit down to on top, Kumut Petroleum to back up liaison office on top, so in a need long all Papa Ground, you pan him, government agency must be. You can visit us on looking law office law, headquarters
Prime Minister assured the people that more developments will take place in the province.
You have in circulation now close to over 500 million kina when this bank BSP comes in on the year. No more per Hela Province or PNG LNG money, but withdrawing from Mosby or Hagen or elsewhere, but come here.
The newly built market has sufficient space with proper security, toilets and water supply systems. Governor for Hela Province has announced that this is the first facility. The second will be a livestock market and a shopping mall within the same area. Esther Gane, National EMTV News, TRAI.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister James Marape has encouraged the people of Hela province to refrain from tribal fights and involve in SME agriculture and education for a positive change in the province.
Following the ongoing law and order issues faced not only in Hela province, but throughout the country, Hela province is set to build over 500 police houses.
Police. Governor, you ordered him finish over 500 police houses. We're making over 500 police houses here in Hela. Me like this house here, instead of police, me like Tisa Masili. Some senior people hold him low and they're good, but Tisa Sili. Tisa more important than police. Police, you know, need to Karam come, some see me stop good. Karam police come because you not stop good. And so Governor, me thank you long ordering over 500 houses.
Prime Minister Marape further thanked the security personnel for maintaining law and order within the past 2 years.
The last 2 years, me look him no trouble fight come up lo bless. Now you make him bello me hamas libla. Me thank you Mogara Reserve Police, all councillors, all presidents, Governor Diallo here to stop lo bless, provincial administration. Last 2 years, me no fight. Stop BC, go to education, go to SME. Stop hearing Governor Diallo, no one ask him the money in a current yellow envelope, but ask him and make him more classroom, make him more teacher house, make him more police house, make him more market. You tell him that you stop the same by you look him. Hela will never be the same again.
Governor for Hela province, Philip Undialu, shared similar sentiments.
Feel free to come to Hela. Hela, na vision lo Hela na tintin na driman. Over the money and stuff lo here mibla. One but totok mibla sana wonder mibla sato korsem. Hela will never be the same again. And this is a small step, but it's a significant step to walk in that direction.
Member for Como Ulia Open stressed on the importance of engaging local contractors and maintaining law and order in the province.
Simply, we just give one contractor, white man, or some large man. Priorities of local people, elected lobby. How much was school, now she gave me delivery means elected lobby. I mean, I give direct law people. So you must, it's about time, you must empower more local people for you. In your baby, the doctor, you must excel. And one block point. Second point, and law and order, important. Law and order stop, then more the service by flow. So, next after the leader stop, Usatman Bakaram is the province forward, and Musabaman. Law and order stop, for school beginning by school board.
Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
NCD Governor Paul Spakop has assured the new police commander for NCD and Central Province, ACP Benjamin Turi, to help provide security support in the nation's capital. During the handover takeover of NCD and Central Command from ACP Peter Guinness to ACP Benjamin Turi yesterday, the executive officer of NCD Governor Paul Spakop, representing the governor, relayed a message of support to the new police commander of NCD.
So it is important that we appreciate you all, and Governor Pakop would like to sort of strengthen the relationship. Ben Turi, as you come on board, we want to assure that we want to come in work more closely together now. Our city must be safe for women and children, for tourists, for people to run freely and of course enjoy a safer and better city in Port Moresby. So while we appreciate the efforts that you guys do, we know that you also have got shortcomings like in terms of resource support and of course extension of the manpower in the city, and we would like to work closely again.
Dr. Newton Albert emphasized NCD's plan to expand policing duties in the city.
We know that the manpower is an issue, so we can build collaborations like develop wardens. There's already some good work that are going on, so with the civilians, the warden, and of course the policing, we can work collaboratively together. So we would like to extend that. So next week we will have an announcement and of course some stakeholder meetings to make sure that we extend some warden to the public space and the hotspots in the city. So that one will be an announcement, and then that announcement will come with some support to all our police stations in the city, And of course, we will give you some logistics support in terms of vehicles and of course fuel support and all this. So we must be seen to be work in collaboration. You cannot fight it alone.
ACP Benjamin Turi spoke to all the police station commanders of NCD regarding police conducts. He said with support of NCD governor, policing must be effective.
With the support of the governor, now we will reservice for NCD reservice. Your timing too. We will work together next week, meeting too, and we'll pull our socks up. With that, Mr. Police, past is past. Let's move forward now.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion-kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
They one time by me plantation house.
Making Diliman House belong family belong you come true. William House wants a roots rise. 4 houses, 4 winners nationwide. Buy him one the 10 kg roots rice, hide him ticket inside your bag, enter him all details belong you, na drop him inside long entry box long or participating store close to long you. So buy now. Terms and conditions apply.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Now chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Morning Plus we're ready to go.
Mipla Halivim Wari belong you.
For generations, our families have enjoyed the fresh taste of Vesta from our very own waters. Healthy, tasty, and made by our people for our people. Vesta continues to be the pride of PNG because we make sure that all the goodness from our oceans remains in our hands. Vesta, PNG's premier household brand.
Warna now lilit begini nih, single of mommy no. I'm the begini cry of net them substrate mommy oleh lucy mommy blow me em toksem. Na midla are ustabat all brilo. Kay to mol meri no kamelo warena.
Join us Monday night at 7 for a special 1-hour session of In Focus, where we feature the topic of sorcery accusations-related violence.
Because sorcery, it is the umbrella, but there are different practices in different places.
And when they were reintegrated back into their communities, they still feel that they're discriminated. They are reaccused.
That's on Monday night.
You're watching National EMTV News. The 2 weeks financial education workshop funded by the Center for Excellence in Financial Inclusion and facilitated in collaboration with the Curriculum Development Division of Department of Education ended yesterday.
The financial education aims to develop a resource material that will enhance students' financial awareness from an early age. It was held at the Tuava Resort outside of Port Moresby from October 21st to November 1st. A total of 25 participants from diverse educational backgrounds, including primary school teachers, education department curriculum officers, and SEFI staff, attended the workshop. Their combined expertise helped to ensure the developed materials are both comprehensive and applicable in real classroom settings. The materials that were created aligned financial education content with the existing syllabus for prep to grade 12. A total of 21 documents, including 7 teacher resource books, 7 student activity books, and 7 syllabus have been developed in the workshop.
Imagine a young child learning how to manage money, understanding the difference between needs and wants, the value of saving, importance of making informed decisions. Financial education is not just about teaching children how to count coins, or have a piggy bank, or develop a budget. It is about empowering them to be responsible, informed, proactive in their financial lives.
The financial education is aligned with the national government's priorities of the Strategic Development Plan 2030, which focuses on inclusive education and financial literacy. National Education Plan, which highlights the need for a curriculum that meets local needs and imparts technical skills. Financial Sector Development Strategy, which stresses the need for a financial literate society, and National Financial Inclusion Policy, which calls for financial inclusion to be integrated into the national curriculum.
It's very strategic and pragmatic, very practical. All we need to currently do, if we are to change this current practice that is going on, we have to change with our future generation. We have to change with our children. And that is why this, the syllabus, the resource activities for students and the teachers that have been developed for the last 2 weeks is very, very important.
Executive Director for SEFI, Salia Rasinge, said they are pleased to have the collaboration with Department of Education for making financial education compulsory for the schools.
We are extremely grateful to the Secretary for making financial education as compulsory for the schools, and also the First Assistant Secretary and all these others who have contributed immensely in the financial education curricular development.
He also acknowledged the Department of Treasury and the Department of Community Development for supporting this initiative. He said he's confident the Bank of PNG will provide the resources required to take this initiative forward.
Education Minister Lucas Dekena has clarified that grade 8 and 10 examinations can be conducted, but this will not be a basis to fail the students. He said this is government's intervention to allow everyone in the country to have a grade 12 certificate as a minimum qualification going forward.
The Education Minister clarified that grade 8 and grade 10 examinations can be conducted, but this will not be a basis to fail the students. He said all students will continue to grade 12.
Examination, basis of failing also. We can run an examination, but this can be basis of failing also. Or Salim go out or you know, back in good, you were good and the kind person. Government, Marabaroso, less law, label him, or beginning, or the younger beginning, or some, you black and walking, or you black better than walking, no God. You can like push him over or beginning for a great wall. So, starting next year, examination, some of them can come up, but Ben of dropouts law, grade 8 law next year. No, 2027, by no dropouts for grade 10.
Minister Dekena said this is government's intervention to stop the dropout system in PNG.
Intervention that we will like stop him, this school dropout system. Or beginning young by yet, or the mature yet, go out of school system, Mibla like stop in Jela. Mibla by all beginning, as soon as all step in left na and on the school system, all must continue go grade 12. Full 13 years of education all must receive it. Now all beginning must be molded, now growing, all must have mature before all go out the school system.
He said this intervention aims at allowing everyone in the country to have a grade 12 certificate as a minimum qualification going forward.
You by looking, Marabaroso government making plenty of interventions, direct interventions, opening up opportunities, like technical schools, like food. Now on food, Milek talks about our parents and our Sumaden. This year, food applications, food by go online selections, kind of all great words.
Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
The Department of Agriculture and Livestock and NAKIA held a dialogue with stakeholders recently to progress import risk analysis for potential market access of deboned fresh meat from Brazil.
As PNG is unable to meet its domestic demand for meat through local production, market access from Brazil could mitigate that, but it must follow the technical processes and must deemed safe before importing. Department of Agriculture and Livestock Secretary said during the meeting that an approximately managed market access, assessments and arrangements are crucial. He said these measures were essential to mitigate significant biosecurity threats that could arise from illegal imports attempting to satisfy domestic demand. He said a well-managed access market would also support PNG-based industries that employ many citizens and help tackle food security challenges. The secretary stated that PNG currently does not permit the import of any uncooked meats from Brazil. He said a team from NAKIA has conducting the initial technical risk analysis. In 2023, NAKIA, along with private sector representatives, visited Brazil to inform the assessment process.
Community and Government Affairs Office of the Middle Ramu District Administration recently convened the District Wards Review at the Medang Lords Conference Room. This initiative, led by Middle Ramu Open Member and Assistant Speaker Kansol Kamdaru, aims to improve service delivery for the community.
The event saw participation from key stakeholders, including Middle Ramu MP Kansol Kamdaru, Community and Government Affairs officers from Medang, Deputy Administrator Fabian Meker, local ward councillors, presidents and church leaders. Adolf Duanga, the Community and Government Affairs Director for Medang, highlighted that the last wards review occurred between 1994 and 1995, marking a nearly 3-decade gap without evaluations. The primary goal of the current review is to identify overlapping ward boundaries and ensure equitable service delivery throughout the district. MP Kamdaru expressed satisfaction with the strong turnout of local leaders and community representatives, affirming his full support for the review process. The gathering also marked the presentation of the approved National Gazette for the newly established Wanuma Rural Local Level Government in Middle Ramu District. Kamdaru committed to attending the first nominee election for the new Wanuma LLG in the upcoming local elections. Additionally, discussions are set to the proposed Upper Keram LLG wards, potentially becoming their own electorate, further emphasizing the ongoing efforts to enhance governance and presentation in the region. James Gukan, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSP Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
For generations, our families have enjoyed the fresh taste of Besta from our very own waters. Healthy, tasty, and made by our people for our people. Besta continues to be the pride of PNG because we make sure that all the goodness from our oceans remains in our hands. Besta, PNG's premier household brand.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections, and business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
2 pilots break the world aviation record as the oldest to fly around the world, and they achieved that from Papua New Guinea. Bob Bates, 84, and Barry Payne, 77, set off from Mount Hagen, retracing the original flight path set by Americans 100 years ago.
Oh, you're famous in the media.
Oh, you are?
No, you are.
World Flight 100, a centenary television documentary celebrating history and the dogged determination of 2 elderly aviators while putting Papua New Guinea on the map.
We carry this on the flag on Papua New Guinea, we carry the banners, and we go around the world.
You're watching National EMTV News. East New Britain Provincial Police Commander, Chief Inspector Felix Nebanat, has rejected calls for a state of emergency despite growing concerns over crime in the region. His remarks follows a recent request from Kokopo City Mayor Philip Tale for emergency measures to address the escalating crime rate.
Nebanet stated that the law and order situation remains manageable, asserting that while serious crimes have been reported, these incidents are isolated and do not represent the overall security landscape of the province. He emphasized that the current crime rate, though troubling, has not reached a level that would require declaring a state of emergency. The police force, however, is facing significant operation challenges, including the shortage of personnel, inadequate staff accommodation, and fuel shortages for patrol vehicles, which have delayed effective surveillance in challenging areas. In response, Nebanet criticized social media users for sharing graphic content, including images of violent crimes, which he believes has distorted public perception and complicated police efforts. The commander urged for improved resourcing of the police force as a more effective approach to address the province's security concerns rather than resorting to emergency measures. He called for public cooperation in supporting law enforcement initiatives to combat crime effectively. Despite these challenges, Nebanet assured the community that the police are making the best use of available resources to uphold law and order in East New Britain province. James Guken, National EMTV News.
Now moving to overseas news. With just 4 days until the U.S. election, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris have returned to battleground states in America's Rust Belt as the race for the White House enters its final sprint.
There's two reasons why both presidential candidates are campaigning through the Rust Belt today: Wisconsin and Michigan, and the 25 electoral college votes on offer. You win both states and the pathway to become president becomes very wide. You lose them both, well, it just narrows in. Kamala Harris is currently campaigning across Lake Michigan in Wisconsin, and today Donald Trump is here in Warren, Michigan. We've seen thousands file in. We saw a sea of red caps, and Donald Trump will make about an hour and a half's worth of remarks. And there's no coincidence, or it's no accident, that he's here in Warren, Michigan. It's the old Detroit suburbs. Detroit, of course, a city built on the auto industry, and it's still a very important employer here. Now, that demographic has traditionally been heavily unionised and gravitated towards the Democratic Party, but Trump's team believes they're making significant headway with that key voting group. And we spoke to some of those quote-unquote blue-collar workers today who say they'll be voting for Donald Trump, and they believe many of their colleagues will also.
Because I've been doing an auto plant rally every week since Memorial Day at the end of May, and we've been talking to the UAW members as they come off their shift at Chrysler, GM, and Ford plants, and they're telling me that 65%, a solid 65%, are supporting Donald Trump. One of the main reasons is the Harris-Biden EV mandates, which will destroy our industry. Another reason is the fact that Kamala Harris was a co-sponsor of the Green New Deal legislation, which puts a deadline of 2035 to eliminate production of the internal combustion engine here in America, and that will destroy our industry.
But Trump's Midwest swing has been overshadowed by comments he made about former Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney. In an interview with right-wing TV host Tucker Carlson, he said Ms. Cheney was a dumb person and a war hawk, really criticising her view on global politics. Let's have a listen to that, and also the rebuke of those comments by the Vice President Kamala Harris.
She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face.
This must be disqualifying. Anyone who wants to be president of the United States who uses that kind of violent rhetoric is clearly disqualified and unqualified to be president.
But we spoke to supporters of Donald Trump today who say they back his comments on Ms. Cheney, saying that she's part of the old Republican establishment that they currently reject, and they say they appreciate Donald Trump speaking his mind.
The Australian federal government has announced plans to change the nation's student debt scheme, which could see borrowers save hundreds of dollars per year.
There's several changes, and this is really coming as we grow ever closer to the federal election. The Albanese government committing to make further changes to the operation of the HEX help system to try and relieve some of the pressure younger Australians are facing amid the cost of living crisis. So it'll mean that they won't have to start paying back their student loans until they start to earn more, with the threshold being increased to $67,000. That's up from $54,000. There'll also be a change in the mechanism by which repayments are calculated. That'll move to something referred to as a marginal repayment system, which will operate similar to income tax thresholds, where you pay a particular amount per dollar over a given level, that amount increasing depending on how much you earn. As well as that, the size of repayments will fall as a result of that change to the other system. So the Education Minister, Jason Clare, says no one will be worse off under these changes.
Nobody will be worse off under this. It'll mean that everybody earning up to $180,000 a year.
Police have appealed for witnesses to a fatal shooting in Melbourne overnight, with the perpetrators still on the loose.
So far, we know that around 3:15 this morning, police officers and emergency services were called to this corner of North Melbourne on the edge of the CBD following reports that a man had been shot. When they arrived, they found a man who had already died at the scene. Now, police have not been able to confirm how many shots were fired, and they have say that they have not been able to confirm the identity of the man who died. They are also still looking for the offenders. Here's what they had to say this morning.
I acknowledge that the offenders have not yet been identified and arrested, all right? We are in the infancy of this investigation. There is nothing to suggest there is an ongoing immediate risk to the community or to others involved.
Officers are appealing for information. There was last night also, after the shooting, shortly afterwards, we have vision of quite chaotic scenes here. Now, police could not confirm, why the victim was in the area, but there was a rave nearby, and so there were quite a few people around. That vision was quite volatile that we saw. Police officers have also, we know, had an excessive presence this morning. There are around 30 officers here this morning, and they say that's something they're taking very seriously.
More than 200 people have now died in the Spanish floods in what's been described as Europe's worst weather disaster in 5 decades. Emergency crews have been coming through cars and abandoned buildings, searching for those still missing as volunteers turn out in force to help in the massive cleanup.
Three days on from the destructive deluge, reinforcements are arriving. Volunteers armed with shovels and brooms stream into the disaster zone to lend a hand.
It's amazing. It's thousands of people coming from Valencia. It's like a big corridor of people. It's heartwarming.
Locals forced to get creative to get by. Dirty bottles plucked from the river can't afford to go to waste here, where everything is running out.
No matter how much help we get, it is not enough. We need much more help. And no matter how much help comes, this is not going to be fixed in a month or two.
The task is overwhelming. Entire towns have been ripped apart by the floodwaters, while help is yet to reach others that are completely cut off.
We haven't been through the worst part yet. Nothing can come through, no food, nothing. You need to walk 15 to 20 kilometres to buy some bread.
The devastation is everywhere. These cars were swept into a tunnel. Firefighters now combing through one by one, searching for the missing. Shock is giving way to mounting anger at how a disaster of this scale could unfold with so little warning.
There was no warning at all. I think that this caught everyone by surprise.
My wife and I don't want to live here anymore. It's already a nightmare. As soon as a bit of rain comes down, we're already checking our phones. You lose everything.
This was Australian Caroline Doyle's view. She'd been teaching an English class and rushed her students to safety.
We heard the boom of the doors being ripped off the house in front of us and the water just flooding in.
She says the cleanup is impossible to comprehend.
It felt like we were in a movie with special effects. I know that's awful to say, but that's the only thing that you can kind of use to describe it. It just seemed unbelievable.
And inconceivable from above too. This was the region 3 days ago. Now it's been completely transformed. Experts say human-induced climate change makes these disasters more likely and more severe. Soldiers have been sent in to join the swarms of volunteers as they begin a recovery mission, which could take years.
At least 25 people have reportedly been killed in a barrage of Israel attacks on central Gaza, including 4 people who died and trying to access food aid.
The attack follows warnings from the heads of multiple UN agencies, including UNICEF and the World Food Programme, that civilians in northern Gaza are facing apocalyptic conditions and are at imminent risk of dying from disease, famine and violence.
Hopelessness is really the only word left for Gaza. There's nowhere for anyone to go. 2.2 million people. You have to remind everybody that they're trapped. There is no way out of the Gaza Strip, and this bombing just continues all day, all night.
Israeli airstrikes have killed at least 52 people, with more wounded in Lebanon in the past 24 hours. The Israeli army resumed raids across Lebanon, targeting the militant group Hezbollah. The historically significant northeastern city of Baalbek has also come under attack. Lebanon's Prime Minister Najib Mikati has expressed hopes that a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah will be reached within days.
National MTV News continues after the break with TRAI Sports. Stay with us.
The hunt is on with Gold Nuggets Gold Rush.
Open any Gold Nuggets flavor and look inside for a golden ticket. There is 100 kina, 200 kina, 500 kina, and 1,000 kina to be won instantly, and a total of 95,000 kina cash to be won nationwide. If you find a golden ticket, congratulations, you're a winner. Promotion ends on the 30th of November 2024. Contact Paradise Foods Limited on Facebook or call us on 732-11217.
Terms and conditions apply.
They wanted them by me Plantation House.
Making Dinnerman House belong family belong you come through.
Winning House wants a roots rice. 4 houses, 4 winners nationwide. Buy 1 the 10 kg roots rice, hide him ticket inside lo bag, enter him all details belong you, na drop him inside long entry box long or participating store close to long you. So buy now. Terms and conditions apply.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Goodpilla mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Goodpilla data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSP Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
Hey there, would you like to be the next producer presenter for Kai Time or Kids Corner?
We're looking for 2 amazing hosts, one for our Kids Corner show and one for our cooking show, Kai Time.
If you love entertaining children and activities with children, then Kids Corner may just be for you.
And if cooking is your passion, why not join us on Kai Time and whip up some affordable and tasty PNG-style treats with us?
To apply, watch either one of our shows that you are interested in producing.
Like Kids Corner.
Your Corner. Bye.
Or Kai Time.
Then send us a 3-minute video of yourself hosting a segment of Kids Corner or Kai Time, along with your CV and cover letter to the address showing on your screen.
So if you're ready to take the spotlight
and make some magic happen, apply now.
Only on your number 1 to watch, MTV.
TRAI Sports.
Welcome to TRAI Sports. Papua New Guinea's premier pool competition, the Media Pool Competition, completed its 2024 season today with the staging of semi-finals and grand final. Competition chairman Tony Dindilo praised the participants and sponsors for a successful season.
The 2024 Media Pool season came to a closure this afternoon with LA Solution Spin Doctors taking on Tropical Storm in the Cup Grand Final at La Mana Hotel. The semi-finals matches were also held earlier today, which saw Hela Solutions beat Cool Graphics, while the Tropical Storm beat NCD. The two winners faced off in the grand final. Competition chairman Tony Dindilo said, unlike the previous seasons, the 2024 season has seen a more participation with increase from 16 to 23 teams with 400 affiliated members.
In the previous years, we had the top 8 teams playing for the finals, but because of the growth and improvement in the competition, we have a total of 23 teams, and therefore we increased the finals from top 8 to top 12. So we had the top 12 teams do the knockouts, elimination and knockouts and semi-finals. First semi-final was last week, second semi-final this week, and now we're into the grand final.
Dindilo said the competition has been around for over 40 years and it is the leading pool competition in the country. He said the competition is expected to get bigger and better in 2025 season and going forward. Dindilo thanked SP Brewery, who is the major sponsor of the competition, as well as other minor sponsors for their support this year. Malinta Yopolo, TRAI Sports.
TRAI Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
TRAI Sports.
Get ready for the biggest Gala Leak and Win promotion ever! Gala is sharing the love with even more prizes and more winners nationwide, all worth a whopping 300,000 kina! Prizes up for grabs include iPhone 15s, Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultras, electric scooters, DJI drone, and the list goes on! Buy your favorite Gala stick ice cream, check the stick for a winning prize, and if you're lucky, call 73211-217 to claim your prize! Promo ends Friday, 8 November 2024. Terms and conditions apply.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Your stay, your house, your home.
Hi, I'm John Dangi. Join me weekly at 7 p.m. every Tuesday nights on House and Home as we talk about pet care, health and fitness, home improvement ideas, feature stories, pick a book, Hatok Man, and everything to do with home and lifestyle. That's House and Home, 7 p.m. Tuesday nights on your number one to watch, NTV.
They wanted them by me Platinum House.
Making Dinaman House belong family belong you come true.
Whittam House wants a roots rise. 4 houses, 4 winners nationwide. Buy one the 10 kg roots rice, hide him ticket inside your bag, enter him all details belong you, na drop him inside long entry box long or participating store close to long you. So buy now. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to TRAI Sports. Now moving to overseas sports. The Australian tennis players Jordan Thompson and Alex Demon have both lost their quarter-final matches at the Paris Masters.
Thompson went down in straight sets to Hugo Humbert. The 15th-seeded Frenchman won 6-2, 7-6 to move through to the final four, where he'll face Karen Khachanov. Dimonor bowed out earlier, losing to Denmark's Holger Rune in 3 sets, 6-4, 4-5, 7-5. Rune will play Germany's Alexander Zverev for a place in the final. Dimonor's run in Paris means he's currently ranked 8th in the world and provisionally holds the last spot for the ATP finals in Turin.
The Adelaide Crows have secured the top 4 spot in the AFLW with a 4-point comeback win over Geelong at Cardinia Park.
The Cats needed a victory to have any chance of making the finals and led by 14 points at half-time. But Geelong failed to kick majors in the second half, while Caitlin Gould booted 3 goals for the visitors, who went on to win 4-8-32 to 4-4-28. The loss ends the Cats' season.
Sydney FC recorded their second win of the A-League men's end season with a dramatic 3-2 victory against the Brisbane Roar in round 3 at Lang Park.
Sydney went into the match missing injured star imports Douglas Costa and Joe Lolly, but the Sky Blues went ahead in the 51st minute through ex-Celtic striker Patrick Klim-Lala. The hosts levelled at 2-2, approaching stoppage time before Jaden Krucharski came off the bench to score the winner in the 90th minute. Former Portsmouth and AC Milan star Kevin Prince Boateng scored a stunning brace in an exhibition match between 2 star-studded 11s led by Brazilian icon Ronaldinho and Socceroos legend Tim Cahill. Boateng's efforts handed Ronaldinho's team a 6-3 win at Western Sydney Stadium. Aaron Moy, Sasha Oganovsky and Cahill all netted for Cahill's 11. Ronaldinho and Tim Cahill last faced off 18 years ago at the FIFA World Cup. The match also marked Ronaldinho's first visit to Australia in several years.
That ends TRAI Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
TRAI Sports. TRAI Sports.
They won a time by me plantation house.
Making Diliman House belong family belong you come true.
Whittam House wants a roots rise. 4 houses, 4 winners nationwide. Buying 1 per 10 kg roots rice, hide him ticket inside your bag, enter him all details belong you, now drop him inside long entry box long or participating store, close to long you. So buy now. Terms and conditions apply.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections, and business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Warana now lilit begini ni o single dot mami no amda begini am cry some net them substrate mami olay lucy mami blomi am toksem na midla arum stabaton brilot kaitu mol merino tamelo warayana.
Join us Monday night at 7
for a special 1-hour session of In Focus, where we feature the topic of sorcery accusations-related violence.
Because sorcery, it is the umbrella, but there are different practices in different places.
And when they were reintegrated back into their communities, they still feel that they're discriminated, they are reaccused.
That's on Monday night.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You need holy man to walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The weather report for the next 24 hours. In southern region, Port Moresby City, partly cloudy with inland showers and possible thunderstorm. Daru, mostly fine. Kerema, mostly fine with possible brief evening inland showers. Alotau, mostly fine and partly cloudy. And Popondetta, rain showers and possible thunderstorm. In the Momase region, Lae City, partly cloudy with some rain showers and drizzles at times. Medeng, cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Wiwe, cloudy period with rain showers and possible thunderstorm. And Vanimo, mostly cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorm. In the New Guinea Island region, Lorengau, some rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Kavieng, rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Kokopo and Rabaul, rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Kimbe, some rain showers and possible thunderstorm. And Buka, rain showers and possible thunderstorm. In the islands region, Mount Again City, cloudy with rain showers and thunderstorms. Goroka, Bands and Kundiawa, few afternoon and evening showers. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, some rain showers and possible thunderstorm.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Saturday, the 2nd of November 2024. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
It's Smile O'Clock. It's Smile O'Clock. Gotta brush our teeth. Time o'clock.